basically, what Bob was saying is right. You know, the Mevo was a great starter, and man, we thank God we had it already going before the shutdown happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that good quality, and it's jiggy sometimes. It'll just stop on us.
Yep. And then you got to restart it, and it usually happens right before we go live.
All right, folks, AJ, the CEO here, and we are here in Charlottesville, and we're going to do another on-site. I just finished meeting with the great folks up here, and I am now documenting so I can remember what we need to do here. So, first off, thinking about putting a 65 to 75 inch stage display back here. We're also going to put a PTZ camera, 20X, and a static camera back there. We're also going to put another similar PTZ camera up here, you see in the front. Probably going to do RS-232 to connect over that, unless they have the wired ones here. That would make that simpler, but we still got to run fiber HDMI cables back so we can get a signal here. I need to look up the model of this projector to see what the output is, but that is connected right now from HDMI to VGA connection right now based on their system. We're looking at putting some floor monitors for anyone on the pulpit to be able to see, which will echo what's going on the back screen. Thinking about, they don't have any presentation software right now, so I was suggesting they start with Presenter since it was free, just to see what they would use, and it gives them the freedom to have a cloud account so multiple people can get into it to add the work if need be. But based off of all the stage displays that they want, they would need to go with the paid version, or I suggested Pro Presenter. They can give them all the other outputs that they need to do what they want to accomplish. They already have a good sound board. So, and they're streaming on YouTube as well as Zoom. So, we got a Soundcraft board here that they have a separate mix already configured here. So we're just gonna come off of a line out into an A10 Mini Extreme, because they're gonna have presentation software, 2 cameras, and then another static camera, and it still opens up for 4 more inputs if they want. The A10 will stream directly for them to YouTube. The USB will go to Zoom, and I'm getting quiet because they actually getting ready to have an event going in here. So I'm just trying to document this really quick. I need to look up the model here just to make sure I get the right cables for this board. Yeah, so we're not touching sound. They just want to, they're using a Mevo originally, which got them through, but again, they just want to up the quality and just offer different quality of production of what they're doing here at the ministry here. So I think I got everything that I need. They do have hardwired internet there. So we're looking at having to run 2 fiber HDMI cables here, no 3, for the cameras to go back over that way. And we also possibly may do a ADA imaging camera based on the lighting in the room. Then another one up here for that PTZ. I really want to do networked ones so that way we don't have to daisy chain those together, but we can work on it because we got cables here on the floor. I just need to make sure I get black Cat 6 cable. Now also we're using a webcam here in the Mevo for their stuff, so we're gonna bump up what they can do a lot. And then we have the floor monitors that we're gonna do coming off of the computer. I may throw in updating their current system because we need to add some more outputs to support the all the displays that they want, since they will be separate here. So I'm gonna take a couple of shots. Then you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the computer and do Draw IO to design the whole thing, and then we go from there. So let's jump to the computer. All right, folks, we are back from Charlottesville, and man, I am drained. I am so looking forward to a vacation here pretty soon. But let's go ahead and get the system designed for Unity, and we can get them up and running, and then we can go on vacation. All right, so let's go ahead and cut over here to Draw IO. All right, so I'm going to try and stay up and out of the way here, make this editing as simple as possible. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, it's pretty straightforward what we normally do, but we got the opportunity to try out some new stuff in different configurations that we haven't done. I mean, we've done a stage display in the back before. I've always wanted to do some floor monitors which act the exact same way as a backstage display. So not like we're trying anything new like that. So let's go ahead and try and prep some of the stuff that we have right now. So like right now, they already have a projector. And I need to look up the model to see what is compatible, or we're going to have to add something like a up-down cross HD to convert the signal down to what they have already. And that's mainly it, to be quite honest. I mean, we're not touching their sound, nothing like that. So I know that would sound kind of anticlimactic. I'm just saying I was going to design everything that they had already, but we're going to start with our base. That is going to be the ATEM Mini Extreme. That's like my go-to for everything now, just because of what you can get out of it. All right, so they already have a mixer, which they already have a separate mix for the live stream, which is awesome. We just need to get the right type of cable connections to go here, which I have in the video, and in the list that I have on Kit talking about everything that I'm going to use, I will have those cables mentioned there. Let's do this differently. I'll use this one as purple because I don't know what type of cable it is right now. We're going to do 3 cameras. One is going to be a actually, I should start using these because I like these cameras better, the icons for them. So we're going to have let me do it on this side so it makes it easier. So we're going to have a front PTZ. Then we have a back PTZ. And then this is going to be a POV camera. That's for static, most likely leaning towards the ADA imaging, because that one has HDMI out, and then it has better imaging handling instead of the Makos that we used. And we're going to use fiber HDMI cables that will make this easy for all of this. We're definitely going to need to add a switch back here, a network switch, so we can have a little more connection options back there, which it will be a PoE switch to send power to this. All right. And I think from a simplicity standpoint, I'm going to have to go with the higher end joystick, IP joystick, that gives me quick access to all of the camera options from a button press instead of going through a search menu. I think that would be easier. And then, since everything is PoE powered, all I got to do is run the HDMI cable there and the Ethernet cable, and that's it, to get what I need from there. So we're going to run Ethernet here and here. We'll do those as green. So that'll be Cat 6, Cat 6, and then connect it to here and connect it to the ATEM as well. And I will get these cables to be black, so it'll be easier to conceal these cables along with what they already have. And now, since I got this, I need to move this over a little bit. All right, so we do something like that. All right, so that's good. And let's move this joystick up so I can have a clear line of sight of what I'm getting ready to do next. And then we're going to do fiber HDMI cables to each one of these from the cameras. Now, since this is in the back, and they already have a receptacle in the back for this, so that's good. We don't have to worry about electricity here. Let's move this up here. And then we also need to connect this one here as well too. All right, so that'll be HDMI. HDMI. All right, so that's our inputs. They do have a laptop and a desktop already. I don't know which is going to be used for what, so I'll just say laptop, and then we'll do computer as well too, because like I said, I don't know which is going to be used for which. Because one of these is going to be his presentation, the other one is going to be managing the ATEM software and Zoom. All right, so that's network. Connect this over network as well too. Can I bring this forward? Bring the front. There we go. All right, so I'm going to say the desktop for our presentation software, just because that might be a little bit more taxing from a processing standpoint. And what are we going to do? I don't know. I'll use this one, even though I don't like the icon for this. I'll use this as our back TV. This is going to be a stage display going through either Presenter or Pro Presenter, the choice of whichever system they want to use. And I guess I should have moved this over here instead. That would have gave me a better angle to get over here. All right, let's connect the laptop back here. All right, so I'll just say this is presentation PC because it's easier, have more USB ports, everything like that, or we can just knocked over my bottle of water, be able to put another adapter to handle this. So we're going to have the audience line in. So that's HDMI audience coming in here. And then honestly, what I want to do, let's move this over here. Also have another input coming into here, and this would be for HDMI, and this is going to be for the live stream. So we can do this output as a lower third that's going to come to the ATEM. So you can do DSK. So that was showing lower thirds there, but we'll do something different for the projector. All right. And actually, I forgot. I need another monitor here. Actually, let's do computer. So this will show a different image. Thought I had just a monitor. Yeah, I guess this is it. Don't like that color though. All right, so we're gonna call this our multi-view here. And I think they actually have a monitor already that can be repurposed for this. And I'll keep the HDMI cables as black since we're not using SDI in these. All right, so we got that. And The fourth output from here would be for the stage display. Now, I would invite you to revisit the Spring Creek Baptist video and the mindset of how we're doing this. So what's going to happen is the presentation software will have whatever on it. Say you're doing a scripture. We can have the audience that's going to be going to the projector showing full screen. But for monitor 2, it's going to convert whatever into a lower third format that's for the live stream, a second input that we will link to a DSK. All right. And then the other output is going to be going to the stage display because the computer is directly connected to the back wall. So if you don't show anything on the projector, say that you show the camera, the back screen will always have this. So, and this is the other branch that we can break off if we wanted to do floor monitors, would be the same type of feed off of this. So we would have something like this. This would get broke into a splitter or something like that to go to that. So that's not that big of a deal. Or we could use send it over HD base T. It doesn't matter. So that's what would be on the floor monitors in the front if they went in that direction. So it would be the same thing as this. So no matter what is being shown on the ATEM, the stage displays will always show nothing but whatever is coming from the presentation software. The only time anybody in the sanctuary will see what's coming from our presentation PC is if they actually show anything from the ATEM to say, hey, send this to the projector or the TVs or whatever like that. That's how they would see that in the sanctuary. Now, another thing that this is also independent of the live stream. And what color did I do the cable for that? Let's just do this one here. And I'll say this is red, and I'll say this is for Zoom. All right, so I'll say this is USB Zoom. So at any point in time, and I see now it's starting to get complicated because I didn't have everything here. So they already right now have a HDMI to VGA box that they're using right now to connect everything to their projector. So I'm going to repurpose this here. And I'll say this is HDMI to VGA. Now we may need to add a converter or scaler or something like that in between this, but this is what connects to our projector. And I'll say that's VGA. That's already in the ceiling. There's no plan for me to try and get up in there and change that. Everything we want to do can be done at ground level if need be. Let's scoot this all over here so we can have some more space so we can see how all of this is being routed. And let's bring this up to the front. So this is going to be HDMI out. That's the second one because the other one is going to our multi-view. All right. So we really need to understand how the ATEM works. It has two HDMI outs. We can say that this HDMI out is always going to be locked to the audience view if we wanted to. So that means no matter what we change, no one will ever see the cameras inside of the sanctuary. But anybody on Zoom will see it. So again, got to wrap your mind around it. But and I also forgot never mind. I was getting ready to say that needs power, but I forgot it's right beside the outlet. So we're good. So yeah, that is it. And we're already connected to their audio. Now, the main thing is really just trying to get your mind wrapped around how the workflow is going to be with the presentation software. Presenter by Worship Extreme works great for them because they can just hand access to the pastor, the minister of music, choir leads, whatever, and it's their responsibility to put the order of whatever their songs are in the system, and that's not put on the media. So they're not worrying about changing something last minute. If you want to change it last minute, just log in and change it yourself, and then it's always going to be there. So the responsibility is on the party that wants to display whatever. Zoom is going to be straightforward because it's going to be no different than what they're doing, except for they don't have to share anything anymore. Their main video is they just have it off until the service starts. When the service starts, they turn on their video and audio that's coming from the house and from the cameras from the ATEM, and then they just have to spotlight themselves for the Zoom audience, and that way they will see everything. So pretty straightforward. The TV is probably going to be where I need a helping hand to lift that up in the air and put it up on there. 2 tall ladders, 65, or I think we're probably going to go with the 75. I think that is pretty straightforward, but I think that is about it. So if we move forward with that, of course, I'm going to bring y'all along with me. Link is down below to everything we're going to be using in this install, or what I proposed in this diagram. That is also on my blog. Make sure y'all do that. For the most part, I always put a blog to design stuff. If there's a simple video, I don't have a blog link to it, but things like this, I always have a blog so you can see the actual image that I designed, as well as a full listing of all the stuff that I would use to go along with it. So thank you so much, folks. I got another meeting here in a little bit, and then after that, I am going to pass out because I am super, super tired. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you on the next video. Later.